What's up, guys? Can you all hear me? What's going on, gentlemen? I sound like Bob Ross. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. Alright, so I think kind of what I want to do, I kind of want to show you guys what the state of the league is. What I did was I had to restart it and go in and make almost every single team a cupcake. So I have almost every team as a cupcake team, except for one of each of the other categories, and then I fantasy drafted them. So I shouldn't have that salary cap issue anymore with the league, I'm hoping. What's the Fggl? It's the Franchise Guy Gambling League. So we'll be gambling on this with fantasy football, DraftKings, individual game bets, weekly pick'ems, stuff like that. But we're not going to do any of that today. Like I said, this is the unofficial start, like the title says. So it's not officially going to start today. But I thought, you know what, if I'm just going to sit here and simulate seasons, I might as well let you guys get a peek, right? So if you guys haven't picked your favorite team, you can DM me your favorite team in the Discord. Let's see. I'm just going to show you guys kind of what the state of the league is. Obviously, it's not going to give the exact overalls, but let's see. Can I go to all teams? Yes, I love that about this game. You can't do that in the current Maddens. Alright, so at quarterback, there's 399s out there. There's actually a lot of really good quarterbacks, and I don't know why. But then some of these guys aren't that good. Halfbacks, there's actually not that many 90s out there. Fullbacks, there's really not that many good ones. I guess they're all around the same. Wide receivers, I guess there's some decent ones out here. The problem with the league is that everybody is really, really young. So if you look, we have a lot of very young players that are actually really good. So what we've got to do is get them older. So I'm probably going to have to sim like maybe 5 seasons to do this. Yeah, Madden 12. Yeah, they're all rookies and second-year players, which is terrible. Salary cap issue could very well be here though. Maybe. I'm really hoping it doesn't happen, but we'll see what happens. We'll, I guess, be able to tell that when we start simming some seasons. Oops, not game. That's not what I wanted to do. Simulate preseason. There we go. Oh, Comets took an L right there. I did simulate a season last night before bed. Madden 12 goes on forever? Really? It doesn't go only 30 years? It's forever and ever? Because that would actually be great news to me. So, year 1 simulation, the AFC East winner was the Adams. The Comets were the North winner. The Outlaws were the South winner. And the Vipers were the West winner in the AFC. In the NFC East, we had the Rooks win it. The North was won by the Finns. The South was won by the Crocodiles, and the West was won by the Boars. The wildcard teams in the AFC were the Warthogs and the Bulldogs, and the wildcard teams in the NFC were the Devils and the Indians. The MVP of the league was Derek Boone, quarterback of the Comets. He was also the Offensive Player of the Year. The Defensive Player of the Year was Eric Catledge. He is the left outside linebacker for the Alligators. The NFC won the Pro Bowl 17-16. The Vipers lost the Super Bowl to the Crocodiles 37-30. So that's kind of how Season 1 went through. And we're going to see what happens here in Season 2 when they give me a chance to get through it. Now, what I'm hoping... Nope, we're not going to import draft classes yet. We will be doing that when the season gets going. Okay. Now, here we go. Sim regular season. I'm hoping we don't get any cap issues. That's what I hope. That's all I can really hope for. Alright, doesn't look like we're going to get any. Yo, what's up, Legos? FG, I literally just found another Leonard Robinson clone in preseason recruiting. So get that shit, man. Get that dude. Llama and Pride are here. Holy shit. Llama, I missed you, my dude. I know, I have to leave in about an hour. Well, an hour with you is more than I've had in the last months. So, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I missed you. Come on, it's a great Friday for y'all. A Legion stream, an FG stream. It's dubs all around, basically. Throwback stream? Nah. Yeah, we're just missing Vasu, basically, and Reese. Yeah, that would be awesome. And Lone, kind of. Alright. Everybody give FG your money. No, totally don't donate. Absolutely not. This whole month has been shit for me, but I love this idea of yours, and it's here to support FG. Thank you, James. I appreciate that, my man. It's been a while since you were around. I missed you, too. So I haven't been here for many streams, just trying to save my grades from dying. No, man, I completely get it. Completely understand. School comes first. Stay in school. Stay as long as you can. For the love of God, cherish it. So, let's see what's going to happen at the end of this season here. I kind of like that you can kind of see scores at the bottom of the screen if you wanted to cheat a little bit and see how your team is doing, your favorite team. Not that that comes into play a ton. You do get a small chunk of change if your favorite team wins, but it's not going to count today. Keeping track of the draft is difficult in this. Oh, damn it. I was hoping it'd be a little easier. Brent Long. Nice. Brent Long. That is a pretty provocative name, not gonna lie. Alright. NFC North. Kind of just setting up my page to be able to take down all the information because I am recording it. So, I'm not recording it, but I'm writing down all of these simmed seasons and what happens in them. So, we'll see what happens. Pretty much starting at the tracker on the top of the screen. Madden is the best Madden? I guess so. Oh shit, we got Eli up in here too. Damn. We got Eli, we got RMP. We got a lot of the crew up in here. Alright. Let us see what the hell's going to happen here. They're going through scouting. They almost done? See, last night it seemed like this was simming rather quickly, but I think it was because I was doing other things as well. Today I'm not doing other things, so it seems forever. 3 teams in mind, but you can't make your mind up. Jay Cutler has A potential in this game. Did I submit a prospect? Not yet. I might submit one. Last time I submitted one for him, I thought I had a really good backstory, and he didn't choose it, so there's still a little salt there. Still a little salt there. The Fargo Finns are savage. Louisiana, Oklahoma. We do have... What did we have? No, we have Arkansas, Kentucky, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama based teams, but I don't think we have any Oklahoma. Alright, so we're in the playoffs, so let's take a look what is going on with the standings. I'll write them all down while I'm doing this. Alright, so the AFC North, the Comets win it again. Comets looking good out there, 12-4. The Irishmen, the Indianapolis Irishmen, go 11-5. The Centurions find their way at 8-8, and the Warhawks are 5-11. Okay, let's go to the AFC South. We have the Talons taking the South at 9-7. The Serpents, Mrs. FG's team that she created, they go 9-7. They'll make the playoffs as well. The Meteors at 8-8, and the Outlaws will go 6-10. All right, looking at the AFC East, the Adams will win the division again at 9-7 this time. The Bulldogs go to second place at 7-9. Also at 7-9 will be the Hives. And then the Warthogs go to 5-11. Okay, AFC West. We have the Vipers winning the AFC West at 9-7. The Hellfire going 7-9. The Alligators go 5-10-1, and the Muertos at 5-11. Okay. NFC North, the Finns are going to go 8-8 and win the division. So that's interesting. The Howlers at 7-9. The Monsters at 7-9. And the Phoenix are going to go 5, win the division. The Lurkers at 11-5. The Flames at 7-8-1. The Crocodiles, after a Super Bowl victory, they go 7-9, and the Wasps go 7-9 as well. NFC East, the Rooks win the division yet again. They go 12-4, one of the best teams in the league. The Camden Chained go 11-5, and they will make the playoffs. The Bandits 6-10, and the Apocalypse at 5-11. So the NFC West will feature the Devils winning at 13-3. That is the best team in the league right there. The Boars will go 10-6. They'll be in the playoffs. The Sharks go 9-7, and the Indians go 8-8. Okay, those are all the teams. Yeah, we have Savannah. The Savannah Serpents are from Georgia. Alright, so I am actually going to go to, let's see, we got to go to yearly awards, see who won the MVP. It is Derek Boone again. So Derek Boone, quarterback of the Comets, wins MVP yet again. I don't do that. I don't separate them. Offensive player of the league is again Derek Boone, the quarterback of the Comets. Defensive player is going to be Prince Clements. Prince Clements, left outside linebacker for the Irishman. Okay, I will start keeping Rookie of the Year, but not right now. I'm not going to start keeping that now. Alright, so let's go to the schedule, where we can sim game by game and see what happens. Finally, didn't see the notification. Yeah, can you guys post it in Discord, one of the mods? I'd appreciate it. That way people can pile in here, because I don't see Hobart, and I know he would love to see this. And maybe he didn't get the noti either. So, yeah, if you guys could post it in Discord, I'd appreciate it. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what's going on. That would mean the Comets should be the #1 team in the AFC. I don't know who they're going to have as the #2 team in the AFC. Let's see. At the Adams and the Talons. Alright, so the second wild card team, the 6th seed should be the Serpents. So they should be playing the 3 seed. So that would be the Talons. So then the 4 would be the Adams and the 5 would be the Irishmen. That makes the most sense right there. So that means the Vipers are going to sit at 2. Looking at the NFC, easily the Rooks are going to be the #1. Oh no, the #2. And the Devils would be 1. The 3 would be the Lurkers. The 4 would be the Finns. The Finns would be playing the 5, which is the Chained, which they are. And then the Lurkers would play the Boars. Okay. So let's set up the tree. I'm going to set up the tree here. I have it in my little notebook that I keep track of. Alright, 6, 3, 5, 4. Sorry, I gotta do this. Alright, Serpents are gonna take on the Talons. The Irishmen gonna take on the Adams. And will take on the Finns. Alright, let's see who wins the games. We're going to simulate this one right here. Let's see. It's the Talons over the Serpents, 35-10. So they will move on. Let's finish out the AFC as the Irishmen and the Adams. And the Adams with a 20-3 win. So that means 3 should move there and 4 should move there. But we'll see. I'm going to wait to see that I'm correct about it. Alright, Boars and Lurkers. The Boars, 24-13 over the Lurkers. That's a bit of an upset. And the Chained and the Finns. Yes, the Chained get the win. Jersey strong. 34-24 for the Chained. So let's see what round #2 has for us. Alright, so the #1 team in the AFC, the Comets, will be taking on the Adams. The #2 team, which is the Vipers, will go up against the Talons in the AFC. Okay, the #1 team in the NFC, which is the Devils, they're going to be taking on the 6-seeded Boars, who got the upset. And then the #2-seeded Rooks are going to take on the #5-seeded Chained, who also got an upset in round 1. So we'll simulate these in a minute. What is going on? That was so not me. What are you doing? You're timing people out? It's not the Louisiana Lurkers. They're the Louisville Lurkers. But anyway. Alrighty, let's see. Comets or Adams? The Comets, 17-6, and they will go to the AFC Championship game. Let's see who will join them. The Talons or the Vipers? It's going to be the Vipers with a 37-7 victory. Vipers are going to have a chance to get back to the Super Bowl. All right, Boars and Devils. It is the Devils 20-9. And then the Rooks and the Chained. Let's see what happens in this one. It's going to be 10-7, the Chained with an upset. So the Chained are going to take on the one-seeded Devils. Can they continue getting upsets? We'll see. Into the conference final right here. Vipers and Comets AFC Championship game, and the Comets 45-10. They take down the defending AFC champions, and the Comets get themselves into the Super Bowl. Chained and Devils. Let's see who's going to get it done. It's going to be the Chained with a huge upset, 35-28. So the Chained and the Comets are going to find themselves in the Super Bowl together here in just a moment. As we look at the Pro Bowl, let's see, is it going to be AFC or NFC? Ooh, looks like it was the AFC, 38-17. Okay, so both sides have won the Pro Bowl in 2 years. Here we go, Super Bowl. Let's get some predictions. Get some predictions in the chat. Comets Chained. Who do you think is going to take the Super Bowl? Our niece is savage like her mother. Keep the phone away from her. Alright, Chained, Comets. We got a few people for the Comets and a few for the Chained. Alright, let's see who's going to be correct. Here we go. It is the Comets 27-20. So the better team does prevail in the game. So we get the Comets winning Super Bowl II. And we get the Crocodiles winning Super Bowl I. Do that. Alright, we're going to move on to Season 3. It's going to be a little while of simulating. We're going to advance, obviously. It's going to take a while to get it. VW nailed that shit, except for the proper team. It's close, though. Close, though. Alright, we're going to let the computer fill, because I really don't care. You were about to hold a grudge against the Chained if they won? Why is that? I don't know that they're going to be my favorite team, by the way. That's not a for sure thing. Just give VW the money already. Okay, we're going to advance the preseason. Damn dogs. That's going to take a little while. Go Czech Republic. How many people we got in the chat right now? Let's go, guys. Pump up them likes. Watching the Rising Stars game, that's cool. That's cool. She wanted to hear her uncle, that's fine too. Alright. Alright, so this will be year 2. Relocate the team? Nah, we're going to keep them. I did a lot of work on these teams. Alright, so if you guys are ready, whenever you guys are ready to claim a favorite team, again, your favorite team cannot be changed. So when you guys are ready to claim a favorite team, you can DM me that in Discord. That way I'm gonna keep a record of everyone's favorite team, and when the series officially starts, if your favorite team, I'll start explaining some of the details I came up with today. If your favorite team makes the playoffs, you will get $10,000. If they win a playoff game, you will get $20,000. So that $10,000 will double to $20,000. If they make it to the Super Bowl, you will get that $20K will then go to $50K. And if your favorite team were to win the Super Bowl, that $50K would then double into $100,000. So the max you can get with your favorite team is $100,000. I'm still deciding on what I'm going to start everybody out with, but I think even if you're brand new to FGFL, I think I will start everybody with $1 million. And then with FGFL, your earnings on your contracts and your earnings from winning games as a coach will add to that $1 million. So that means the newer people of FGFL will probably have $1 million to bet in this series. And basically the rewards that you can get from betting in this series, you can use your money to create more prospects in the NCAA side of this series. So basically, if you wanted to create a prospect at 65 to 70 overall in NCAA, it would cost you that $1 million. If you wanted to create a prospect in NCAA from 71 to 76 overall, that would be $5 million. If you wanted to create a prospect at 77 to 81 overall, that would be $10 million. If you wanted to create a prospect from 82 to 87 overall, 87 will be the best prospect I will create, and you won't know. It'll be any amount in that range. You're not going to get to pick. But if you wanted to create a surefire basic, he's going to get drafted in Madden probably, then that would be $20 million. Also, as rewards, I have come up with UDFAs in the Madden side of things. So you can jump straight into Madden as a 60 to 65 overall player, as an undrafted, for $3 million. You can get a 66 to 70 overall undrafted player for $6 million. And you can get a 71 to 75 overall Madden player for $12 million. And then, for UDFA, the best UDFA, like the Victor Cruz type UDFA, is the 76 to 80 overall UDFA, which would cost you $25 million. So that's basically some of the little details that I came up with. I will give you guys, as I'm simulating this next season here, simulate the regular season, blah, blah, blah. Alright, as we're waiting for this to go, I'll let you know. For the NCAA side of things, the weekly pick'em. So that's basically, you will put in $100,000 into a pool, and you will pick every game that week against the spread. Whoever gets the most wins for the week will take home all of the money in the pot. If we have a tie, it will split in half. If we have 3 winners, it will split into 3, the pot. For the Bowl Mania, which is basically picking all the bowl games, we will throw $250,000 into a pot, and everybody will throw $250K in. We'll have a total dollar amount, and whoever gets the most right out of the bowl game pick'ems, again against the spread, will win the entire pot. Again, if there is a tie, it will split. We will have odds on Heisman winners, all in the preseason and probably the mid-season, and maybe closer to the ending of the season, like the last couple weeks, where you can place different bets. You can place bets in all 3 sections if you'd like to, but those are based on odds, and they're free bets. So free bet basically means that you can put 100, you can put 1,000, you can put however much money you want to put in, and you will win the odds. So if the odds of I'll just give you an example. If the odds of Baker Mayfield winning the Heisman was 10 to 1, and you put in 100, if he won the Heisman, you would get 1,000, because it would be 100 times 100 times 10. And then we'll also have the national championship odds, which will be the same thing. It's a free bet. It's odds on teams winning the national title. It'll be preseason, mid-season, and more towards the end of the season. Of course, the odds are going to go down for you. You'll win a lot less money if you're betting near the end of the season, and the odds makers will know that. We'll have prospect signing odds. Again, those are going to be based on odds, and it'll be a free bet. So basically, we'll take a look at maybe the #1 quarterback in the country, or somebody that's interesting in the recruiting board, and we'll put a bet on him. And we'll look at maybe his top 10 schools, and those will all be in the list of for you to bet on. There'll also be an other section. So say his top 5 schools, or say, I'm just going to use 5 as an example. Say they were Rutgers, Maryland, Ohio State, Michigan, and Minnesota. We would put those 5, and then we would put other. And they would all have odds on them. And you would pick one, and pick the dollar amount you want to bet. Okay? Then we will have draft prospecting, which is a complete free bet. It is like Final Jeopardy. You can turn around, take any player you want in the NCAA, okay, and tell me what round you think he's going to be drafted in. Okay, so we'll use Baker Mayfield as an example again. You can turn around and tell me Baker Mayfield is going to get drafted in the 2nd round, and I'm putting 1,000 on it. If you get that right, you double your money. Okay? If you get it wrong, you lose all your money, obviously. You lose the money you bet, obviously. We'll have a national championship box pool. If you guys aren't familiar with box pools, this will be probably the 3rd time that I will explain it, but I will explain it again. Basically, it is a sheet with a bunch of empty boxes. We will pick out of a hat numbers from 0 to 9, put them across the top part of the boxes. We will also pick numbers from 0 to 9 and put them along the left side of the paper. Okay, and then both of the teams that are in the national championship, one will be on the top, one will be on the side. Again, that will be random draw. And you guys are going to pick boxes before we do all the drawing stuff. And you will pay $100,000 per box. You can buy multiple boxes if you would like to, but it's $100,000 per box. And then basically at the end of every quarter, you look at the score. Whatever the last number is on each score, you will cross that up on the box, and whoever has that box will win the money that's put out for that quarter. So when everybody pays $100,000 per box, we'll split up the money: 1st quarter money, 2nd quarter money, 3rd quarter money, and end of game money. End of game money is always worth more, so expect that to happen. We'll also have some bowl game box pools if we would like: Fiesta Bowl, any other kind of bowl games that are huge, Cotton Bowl, all that crap. And then there will also be maybe individual game bets if there's a huge game between maybe Ohio State and Michigan and they're both top 10. Maybe we'll have those against the spread where you guys can bet on that as well. So that's everything with NCAA. Alright, let's take a look at the standings for this season. As I did not write them in. So this is going to take me a little while. Hold on. Okay, let's do this. AFC North. We got the Irishmen winning it. That's 11-5. Good for them. Warhawks, they go 9-7. Comets go 7-9 after winning the Super Bowl. Sadly for them. And the Centurions at 5-11. All right. In the South, the Serpents win the South at 9 and 7. The Meteors go 7 and 9, as does every other team in this division. The Outlaws and the Talons. Okay. Looking at the AFC East, we get the Adams back on top again. They've won this division every single year, but they have yet to make a conference final, or a conference championship game. Warthogs, they're going to make the playoffs at 9 and 7. The Bulldogs go 7 and 9, and the Hives at 6 and 10. Okay, and in the West, the Vipers find themselves at 12 and 4 and atop the West. The Hellfire making the playoffs at 9, 6 and 1. The Alligators haven't found their way after that Super Bowl win, and the Muertos find themselves at 6 and 10 as well. Okay, we're going to go to the NFC in just a moment. I just got to write these down. South, West. Okay. NFC North. The Howlers are going to make the playoffs, winning the division at 8 and 8. The Finns tried to get it done at 8 and 8 again, just wasn't enough. The Phoenix find themselves at 6 and 10, and the Monsters go 5 and 11. Let's see, NFC South, the oh wait, it was the Crocodiles who won, not the Alligators. Crocodiles get themselves back into the playoffs, 10 and 6. The Flames at 10 and 6 will be in as well, and the Lurkers at 10 and 6. So there's all your wild cards. Don't expect any wild cards coming out of any other divisions. Wasps go 5 and 11, bottom feeders. In the East, the Rooks get back. They get back, and it looks like they have won the whole conference so far. Bandits 8 and 8. Chained, after their miraculous run, they go 7, 8 and 1. And the Apocalypse 4 and 12. That's one of the worst records I've seen at all in doing Sims. The Sharks, there you go, V-Dub. The Sharks find themselves winning a division. Devils, after blowing it last year, they go 9 and 7. They barely missed the playoffs. The Boars go 8 and 8, and the Indians 6 and 10. All right. Got to go to sleep. You'll be back. It's a Friday. All right, yearly awards as we look at the MVP, and it's Derek Boone again. This Derek Boone. And I'll bet you he's going to win. And it's funny, because the Comets did not make the playoffs at all. But he's MVP and offensive player. Derek Boone. All right, we got Jaquan Taylor. He is... oh, no, that's rookie. What the hell? I want defensive player. There we go. Taylor. What a freaking name. Taylor Harper. The left outside linebacker for the Sharks. So either a quarterback wins MVP and Offensive Player of the Year, or a left outside linebacker wins Defensive Player of the Year. Okay. Let us go to schedule. We will mark everything down. The Rooks are the 1 seed in the NFC. Sharks will be 2. Crocodiles will be 3. Howlers 4. I'm assuming Flames and Lurkers at 5 and 6. Yeah, that should be correct. Alright, the AFC, I don't know who's going to be 1 and 2 between the Adams and the Vipers. But I know that the Irishmen would be 3, Serpents would be 4. So that means Hellfire would be 5, and Warthog 6. So let's do that. Oh, shit. 3, 5, 4, 6, 3, 5, 6. Why did they put the dog out? Okay. An Irishman. We're going to have Hellfire and Serpents. In the NFC, we're going to have Lurkers, Crocodiles. We're going to have Flames, Howlers. Alright, let's see how it goes. Warthogs Irishman. It is a Warthog win with the upset 38-16. Warthogs getting the upset. Hellfire Serpents. It is going to be Serpents 35-22 over the Hellfire. Let's see, Lurkers Crocodiles. It's Crocodiles 45-26. Okay, Flames and Howlers 35-20 Howlers. Okay, let's take a look at the divisional. So the Warthogs are going to play the Vipers, which means they put Vipers as the 1 seed. Okay, the 2 is going to be the Adams. And they're going to take on the number 4 Serpents. Okay, in the NFC, we got the number 1 Rooks taking on the number 4 Howlers. And then we got the number 2 Sharks taking on the number 3 Crocodiles. So the 4 best teams out there are still remaining. Here we go. Vipers, Warthogs. It's a Warthog upset again, 13-6. They just took the number 1 seed down. Warthogs in the championship game. And they're going to play the Serpents. Another upset. Serpents will get that home at AFC championship game. Rooks and Howlers. It's a Rooks win, 20-13. And then Sharks Crocodiles. It's going to be the Sharks with a 31-7 win. We haven't seen a lot of big wins like that. So Rooks and Sharks to the conference finals. Gotta go, FG. Hope you have a good night and a great rest of the stream. I'll be back next stream. I promise. Take care of my fellow pants wearing amigos. Alright, Llama, take care, my dude. And the Warthogs have done the improbable. They have won the AFC. Warthogs are going to the Super Bowl, guys. That is crazy. Alright, it is Sharks and Rooks for the NFC. And the Sharks have gotten it done 22-17. So we get the number 2 out of the NFC and the number 6 out of the AFC. Let's see who wins the Pro Bowl. It's going to be the AFC. 2 Pro Bowls in a row for the AFC. They win 27-14. And now the Sharks and the Warthogs. The Sharks have won the Super Bowl 20-13. There we go. They have won Super Bowl 3. And we will advance. Okay. We will see. I think while this off season is simming, I will explain some of the things that will go on in Madden. Alright, let's advance to preseason. Okay, while this off season is simulating, we'll talk a little bit about the pros. Alright, so for the pros, the betting will be increased because it's professional sports. Here with this particular franchise on Madden 12, this is what people will bet with. The weekly pick'ems, which will work the same as NCAA, $250,000 buy-in in that. Super Bowl odds, the odds on a team winning the Super Bowl, which will be done preseason and midseason, and even probably a week before the playoffs, are again based on the odds, and they're free bets. So you can bet as much as you want or as little as you want, but they're based on the odds makers. Award odds, so you guys can bet on who might win the MVP, or who might win Offensive Player of the Year, or Defensive Player of the Year, or possibly even Rookie of the Year. I don't know how deep we want to go with that, but we can. That again is based on odd, and it's a free bet. DraftKings, I want to have 3 different kind of games with DraftKings. You can join the $50,000 buy-in, the $100,000 buy-in, or the $250,000 buy-in. Payouts will go based on how many people are joining in. So if 10 people are in there, maybe the top 5 win money. I don't know. We'll see how we'll work that. But we'll have 3 different games for DraftKings. For fantasy football, okay, it is going to cost you $1 million to get in for the season. Okay, it's going to cost you $1 million, but again, in the finals, I think we'll probably either make it winner take all, or we're split between first and second place. Depending on how many people are actually interested in doing the fantasy football, I might need 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 or 4 leagues. Depending on how many leagues I need, I might actually throw extra money at you guys by making like a champions round. Like if there were 4 leagues, we might do the 4 winners compete in the playoffs also. But we'll see. It depends on how many people are actually interested in the fantasy football aspect. The AFC NFC Championship game box pools again work the same way as the other box pools, but they're $200,000 a box. The Super Bowl box pools are $500,000 a box, so those are very much high rollers. The individual game bets, so there will be individual games that you guys can bet on. Those are going to be free bets against the spread for a chance to double your money. We will also have draft prospect individual bets, so you guys can let me know again where you think a guy is going to get drafted based on seeing him on the scouting board, and that'll probably be a free bet also. We are going to have a draft round 1 mock draft pool. You will get money based on how many correct slots you guys have. So if you put the correct guy drafted 3rd overall and the correct guy drafted 10th overall, you'll probably get some money for that. Let me see.
Can you sign this?
We'll have free agent landing odds. So again, that'll be based on odds on where some big free agents might land, and those are free bets. You can bet as much as you want on that. And then I already explained your favorite team bonuses. So that's what we have so far. We could always expand to more or contract to less. It depends. I'm still kind of deciding on what I want you all to start with, or how I want to determine what you all start with. Again, I'm open to any and all suggestions. You guys can, of course, DM me any and all suggestions that you guys have, as well as if you guys want to help out with the series. If you guys are good with math or creating odds or whatever. I know Alpo's interested in the odds making. I know there's probably a few more people interested in helping out, doing some other things. If you're interested, go ahead and DM me that. If you're somebody that I can trust, I can use you. Even if you're not a mod at this point. As long as you're somebody who's an upstanding fellow. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's simulate this regular season, see what happens. Okay. Oops, my bad. I never actually pressed it. Alright, we're going. Hater enders up in here. Hater enders everywhere. Alright, let's get rid of this regular season. Oh no, the cap shit. Oh, is this really happening? Who is it? Who the fuck is Tarver? I don't know how to make... This is gonna be bad. Where the fuck is Tarver? It's pissing me off. There he is. Really? On one of the worst teams. The Centurions haven't won shit, and they're over here, over the cap. Bonus. We got some guys that cost money on this team. Wow. Why is there so many people on a roster in this game? Alright, cut that dude. Cut this dude. We got some big cuts. Alright, go sign some people. This may not work the way I want it to. If I'm gonna have constant problems with this, it's gonna be awful. We'll see what happens. I've only made it through 3 seasons. I made it through, what, 4 seasons last time without a lot of cap problems. This is gonna be bad. Hopefully we don't have any more. We'll see. What is going on? I'm just kind of like simulating some seasons to get to the point where Fggl can start. I might just start killing people's ratings. I don't know. A lot of lurkers out here tonight, huh? That's cool. That's cool. Do you? Do you? Tried watching it in the past, but live is better. Tried watching it in the past, but live is better? Okay. Alright, so we're about to make it through season number 4. I think what I want to do, maybe, Might kill some ratings to try and kill some money. I don't know why the cap is so shitty. Or I might just go through it turning the cap off. I might restart it with no cap. And just make everyone cupcakes. I can't turn the cap off mid-franchise, though. It hasn't let me yet, unless you have a way that I can do that. Because I did try to do that before. I tried to turn the cap off last franchise I was in, and it wouldn't let me do it mid-franchise, which is stupid, in my opinion, but whatever. Okay, so then the next announcement that I will make, I do have 36 people, 36 prospects that are going to be entering NCAA. They will be entering NCAA in teams of 12 in 3 different seasons. If you haven't submitted a prospect, go look at my last video posted. That proclaims new series. And you can comment a prospect in there, but your prospect will not be in the first 3 seasons of the game. It will be the next season after. But that's cool, because I'm probably going to sim Season 1, sim Season 2, and then I'm going to put prospects into Season number 3, and we will go through that season with the official FGFL, or FGGL. Okay, let's see who did well. Alright, we only had to do 1 salary cap thingy. Now, I just want to check this. See, franchise options. It doesn't let me turn the cap off. See, it's not going to let me turn the cap off. So, I would have to start a new franchise again if I was going to have to do that, which I'm hoping I don't. But let's take a look at the standings. AFC North, it is the Irishmen who take it. The Irishmen take it at 13-3, no less, so very good for them. The Warhawks get to 9-7, and they will be in the playoffs. Centurions still playing like ass. They're 8-8. They had to cut a couple people. Comets, bottom feeders. That's news to me. The South, the Talons get the win in the South at 10-6. The Meteors at 9-7 are left out of the playoffs. The Serpents at 8-8, and the Outlaws 7-9. Going to the East, the Warthogs are going to win the division at 13-3, so they might get back to the Super Bowl, guys. We'll see. Bulldogs are going to go 10-6. They'll be in the playoffs as well. The Adams, for the first time, do not win this division, 8-8, and the Hives go 7-9. And finally, the AFC West, the Muertos, from the basement to the division winners, but only at 8-8. Vipers go 7-9. The Alligators go 5-11, and the Hellfire, probably one of the worst teams at 4-12. Actually, probably the worst team. Oh no, the Howlers got them beat. And the NFC North, where the Finns go 13-3. The Phoenix make the playoffs for the first time at 9-7. The Monsters go 8-8. And the Howlers, worst team in the league so far, 3-13. In the South, the Wasps are going to make it at 10-6. They win the division. Flames go 8-8. The Crocodiles go 6-10. And the Lurkers, 3-13, tying the worst team in the league. In the NFC East, the Chained win the division at 10-6. The Rooks will get back to the playoffs at 9-7. The Bandits go 6-9-1. And the Apocalypse will go 5-10-1. And finally, the West. The Boars are going to get there, win the division at 11-5. At 9-7, the Devils will be left out. At 7-9, the Indians. And the Sharks, after winning the Super Bowl, they go 6-10. Okay, we'll look at the yearly awards. The MVP goes to halfback Caleb Keys, halfback of the Warthogs. So for the first time, Boone doesn't win it. Offensive Player of the Year also is Caleb Keys. I mean, I could see that happening. For the Warthogs, Boone was in second place for Offensive Player of the Year. Not for MVP, though. Defensive Player of the Year, we have Kyrie Priester. Again, another left outside linebacker. And for the Irishman. Nice. Alright, so let's go check out the league schedule. Try to set this up. I don't know who's going to be 1 and 2 out of that, but I do know Talons will be 3, Muertos will be 4, 5 will be the Bulldogs, 6 will be the Warhawks. So we should have Talons taking on Warhawks. And we should have Muertos taking on Bulldogs. And we do. Okay, looking at this, we have the Finns is the 1, the Boars would be the 2. The 3, who are they going to have as a 3? That I don't know. I don't know who the 3 and 4 and 4 and 5 is. I mean, and 5 and 6 is. Shit. My bad. Wasps, Rooks, Chained, and Phoenix. Alright, we'll see what happens. I'll have to do that afterwards because there's no way to really tell. Talons beat the Warhawks 15-10. Talons will move on. The Wasps will beat the Rooks. The Muertos in overtime, 41-38. Big score. And the Phoenix and the Chained. The Phoenix will win it. Alright, so the Phoenix... Hold on. Shit, I got no way to... Alright, the Phoenix take on the Finns. So they would have had to be... Well, they are going to be the worst team remaining. Wasps and Boars. Well, the Boars... The Wasps and the Boars. Alright, so I would say that they're going to be the 3. They'll be 4. So the 3 will be the Wasps. 4 will be the Chained. Okay, so that means the Chained lost to the Phoenix, which would have been the 5. And now they're going to take on the Finns. And then the 6 would have been the Rooks. And they lost to the Wasps. That's the way I'll do it. 24 for Rooks, 34 for Wasps, 27-19. The Phoenix get the win there. Okay. Checking it out over here. The number 3 is the Talons. Number 4, Muertos. So the Muertos will be playing the number 1 Warthogs. So the Warthogs got the 1 seed. And the 2 seed would go to the Irishmen. Alright, let's see who wins them. 28-3 Warthogs over the Muertos. They beat their ass. That's a big win. Talons Irishmen. It's going to be the Irishmen. 28-11. Okay. Phoenix and Finns. It's going to be the Finns. 27-3. Both 1 seeds move on. Will it be both 2 seeds? Yes, it will. 33-13 Boars. So we got Warthogs, Irishmen. It's going to be the Warthogs. 38-20. And then Boars, Finns. It's going to be the Finns. So both 1 seeds will be making a trip to the Super Bowl. AFC versus NFC. It is a 20-17 AFC. So the AFC's been dominating Pro Bowls. And now Warthogs, Finns. Can we get some guesses, guys? Can we get some guesses before the sim? Guesses before the sim. Will it be the ugly Warthogs or will it be the Finns? Alright, time to get the sim going. Boom. It is Warthogs in a 31-26 win. And the Warthogs have won Super Bowl 4. As we move into 5. Okay. Warthogs have won it. I officially hate the Warthogs. There you go. You're already getting teams you hate. That's awesome. The Worcester Warthogs with a Super Bowl victory. Alright, let me advance. We're going to go through one more season, and then I might switch it over to NCAA. Do some prospect stuff. I don't know. That depends. Unless you guys want to simulate more seasons in this, I will perfectly understand. More seasons, more seasons. We got 2 guys that want NCAA, 2 guys that want more seasons. Okay. Simming. I'm going till Outlaws or Adams win a title. NCAA. NCAA. A lot of people want to see that NCAA, though. A lot of people want to see that prospect creation, though. That's going to take me a while. That's definitely going to take me a while. Am I okay? I'm alright. I don't know. It's a little stuffy in this room. Oh, I gotta open this window. That's why. What? Why can't I open the window? There we go. It's much better. Yes. Yes! Alright. How's the fresh air? It's pretty good. It's cold. I like it. Alright. Alright, here we go. Year number 5. Hopefully we don't have any... Oh wait, this is just preseason. I don't care. But I really don't want to have people over the cap. That pisses me off. Because I'm not going to be able to turn the cap off. I would have to start a new franchise. Which is annoying. I would prefer if the game could just keep it good. That's the one thing about Madden 18 is it will make sure nobody is over the cap, or it will just allow people to be over the cap. V-Dub, you know I don't want it to start over. You know I don't want it to start over. I've put in 5 years of simulation work. Plus, it takes forever to get all these teams loaded into a new franchise. Okay, advance. No, I'm not importing yet. Alright, please work. Please don't fuck me over on this one. Of course, Cox. This fucking Cox asshole has to have his team all fucked up. That is the Lurkers. So it looks like the Lurkers are going to lose some players. Alright, Lurkers. Time to lose some players. You're losing him. Oops. We're going salary. There we go. You're going to lose this guy because he's terrible anyway. Try not to make him suck too hard, but if they got to lose somebody good, then they got to lose somebody good. Like I said, if they got to lose somebody good, I'm going to do it for the league. Oh, wait, that might actually be their quarterback. Whoa, 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 I don't want to edit. Whoa, come on. That's annoying. Alright, take forever. Thank you. Now discard because I don't want to do that. Thank you. Alright, where's this guy that's... I don't know. We'll cut some other dude. Who's got a year and 10 million? Cut that dude. Bye. Saving money off the cap. Oh, what the fuck. Bye. There we go. Okay, they should be okay now. They'll go pick up their own people. As long as there's no other idiots that are over the cap, we'll be okay. I don't know how they let people get over the cap like this. Oh, yeah, we're going to hit this problem. This is gonna be annoying. What the fuck is his name? Charles? I gotta go find out the fucking guy's name is Charles somewhere. Where the fuck is Charles, you fucking asshole? Stupid dickhead Charles. Where are you? Here you are. Fucking crocodile, dude. Guess the Crocodiles are gonna be losing some players. Alright, let's see who has the most. Alright, it's a quarterback. Guess what? You're going to be starting a young quarterback this year. Bye. You've got 2 left guards that are good. You don't need them both. Bye. There we go. Now can I do it? I already am sensing a problem that I'm going to have to... I might have to just bring ratings down. I mean, which is gonna take forever. You hit the left guard on your fantasy team, well, you better drop him. Alright, so I think I might go through this year, and I'm gonna have to do some ratings drops, because I'm not going to keep simming this game with these kind of issues. So I'm going to do some ratings drops so that their prices will drop in the off season or in future off seasons. We're okay now, yeah, for this season, but it only gets worse from here, Alpo. You get one guy in year like 3, which in this spot we got year 4. And then, like the last franchise, I got 1 idiot in year 3. I had like 3 idiots in year 4, which is basically what we just had, but it was in year 5. And then in year 5, it was virtually unplayable. So I'm predicting that next year would be virtually unplayable, where you would have like maybe 6 or 7 to go through, which is very annoying. Pepperjack, join the new Discord, my dude. Somebody give him the new Discord link so Pepperjack can join it. I'm going to be posting all the information that I talked about today in that Discord at one time. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I haven't been on my laptop. So, hey FG idea. DM it to me. What's up, Kaz? Alpo was right on that. Thank you, Alpo. Good shit, my man. Alright. Alpo's right on top of this series. Alpo's into it. He's into the betting thing. I love it. Motherfucker. Yeah, but I can't make Team's computer, because if we're going to watch Super Bowl, I have to have the team. I don't think I can watch computer games. Unless Alpo says that I can, because I'm not really that familiar with 12. Alright, we're almost through Season 5. But I might have to decrease some ratings. Madden 12 knowledge. I'm not that Madden 12 savvy. It's such an old game. 5 years, and I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday. I mean, you're asking me to remember a lot. Yeah, because if you could watch computer teams, I really only need to control one team. But the problem is I don't know how to drop in and drop out of teams. I don't know if that's even possible. So I think there's a lot of limitations with this game I'm not aware of. So I'd have to, again, restart the franchise. So really there's just no way to win for me, personally. Because then everything I've shown you today is a waste of time. So I'm trying to stay in this franchise world and make it work. And I think the best way to do that is to change ratings. I'm not sure. Okay, let's take a look at the standings of the season. Alright, AFC North. Warhawks take the North at 10-6. The Comets go 8-8. The Centurions and the Irishmen 7-9. Okay. We move to the South where the Outlaws win it. For I believe the first time in this save. Okay, the Serpents will make the playoffs. 9-7. Meteors and Talons both go 5-11. Your East, the Bulldogs may get in, win the division. The Warthogs get back to the playoffs after winning the Super Bowl. The Hives 8-8. Adams 7-9. Moving on, we got the West where the Hellfire win the division at 9-7. The Alligators go 8-8. The Muertos go 7-9, and Vipers 5-11. Okay, in the NFC, the North, the Phoenix take it at 11-5. The Monsters have made the playoffs at 10-6. Howlers go 8-8. Finns go 7-9 after losing the Super Bowl. In the South, we get the Wasps. They're going 9-7. We get the Flames in the playoffs at 9-7. We get the Lurkers to go 7-9, and the Crocs going 7-9. In the East, the Chained take the division at 9-7. The Rooks go 8-8. They miss the playoffs. Bandits miss at 8-8. And the Apocalypse at 4-12. Worst team in the league so far, and they will remain, but it will be tied. Sharks back into winning the division at 11-5. Boars find themselves at 8-8. 7-9 for the Indians. And Devils tie for worst team in the league at 4-12. Okay, to the MVP. And he didn't even make the playoffs again. Derek Boone. This man must have like the craziest freaking stats to win MVP and not make the playoffs. Also won Offensive Player of the Year. And Brennan Sullivan, the right outside linebacker of the Hellfire, wins Defensive Player of the Year. Alright, let's take a look at the league schedule. Try and figure out the seedings. It would appear, let me see, we got Bulldogs at 1, Outlaws at 2, the Warhawks at 3, and the Hellfire at 4. So the Hellfire are going to play number 5 Warthogs, and the Warhawks will play the Serpents. Warhawks, Serpents, Hellfire, Warthogs. Number 1 will be Bulldogs. Number 2 will be Outlaws. Okay, in the NFC, Chained are going to take on the Flames. The Flames should be the last team, number 6. Monsters at 5, so that means the Chained will be at 3. So that means the other 9 and 7, which will be the Wasps, will be at 4. And then I don't know whether the Sharks or Phoenix will be number 1 or number 2, because they had the same record. So we'll go Wasps will be playing the Monsters, and the Chained will be playing the Flames. Let's see who the winners are going to be. Serpents Warhawks. It is a Serpents in overtime, 23-20. So the Serpents should automatically go and face the Outlaws. Warthogs Hellfire. It's going to be the Hellfire over the Warthogs, 24-20. They are going to take out the defending champs in that game. Flames and Chained. The Chained will win 34-31. So they should go on and face the 2 seed. And then the Wasps against the Monsters. And it's going to be the Monsters in a little upset, 30-23. So the only upset of the wild card round is the Monsters winning. So the Serpents are going to play... What? This one got fucked up. The Serpents are actually going to play the Bulldogs, and that's not how it should have went. And sometimes this game fucks up. And the Hellfire are going to play the Outlaws, which isn't how it should have went either. Chained are going to play the Sharks, and the Monsters are going to play the Phoenix. Let's see how it goes. Serpents Bulldogs. They're going to give it to the Bulldogs, 17-12. So Bulldogs. Moving on. Outlaws or Hellfire. It's going to be the Outlaws, 29-13. So the Outlaws on to face the Bulldogs. Chained and the Sharks. The Chained with the upset of the Sharks, 38-31. And let's see how the Phoenix and the Monsters go. Oh, not play this game. That's not what we're going to do. That is not at all what we're going to do. Okay, sim. The Phoenix, 42-35. So Fairbanks making a run. The Chained have made another run for themselves. Let's see what happens. Outlaws, Bulldogs. It goes to the Outlaws. The Outlaws will go to the Super Bowl. The Outlaws will go to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Fairbanks, Phoenix, Camden Chained, and it'll be the Phoenix 36-6. So we are going to have the Phoenix and the Outlaws in the Super Bowl. The Pro Bowl is another AFC win. They have won 4 in a row now. AFC wins 22-17. And here it is. Let's get some predictions in the chat. Outlaws, Phoenix. The Orlando Outlaws. The Fairbanks Phoenix. 2 complete opposite sides of the country. Who is it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? $50-0 Fairbanks. All right, let's see. It is the Phoenix on a 48-30 win. The Phoenix scored no less than 36 points the entire playoffs. Huge run by the Fairbanks Phoenix. Huge run. Okay, we will at least try and get into the preseason. Now, if there's going to be a ton of freaking over-the-cap suckers, I'm not going to freaking deal with it. Great season. Great playoffs. Okay. Let's read some chat. You can watch computer games. You can unselect 31 of the teams in the front office screen at the start of the offseason. Fuck! That would have been now. Damn it! Are you two-time AFC champs, though? Outlaws. No, you're not. You are not two-time AFC champs, Zach. You are one-time AFC champs. Remember, I had to scrap that franchise from last night. Way too many cap issues. Because there were way too many 99s. Yeah, but last night doesn't count anymore. So, as a recap, for anyone who doesn't know, Season 1 was the Crocodiles over the Vipers, 37-30. Season 2 was the Comets over the Chained, 27-20. Season 3 was the Sharks over the Warthogs, 20-13. Season 4 was the Warthogs over the Finns, 31-26. And Season 5 was the Phoenix over the Outlaws, 48-30. So the only two-time champion of any conference is the Warthogs, who were two-time AFC champions in Season 3 and 4. Where do you see the creations? In the Fggl Discord that Alpo should have, because he's been given those. Oh, fuck. I didn't want that. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to unselect the teams in the next offseason. And you can watch computer games, so that's awesome. That's all I really need. The Fairbanks history. Fairbanks Phoenix, in season number 1, they went 9-7, missed the playoffs. Season 2, they went 5-11. Season 3, they went 6-10. Season 4, they were the 5 seed in the NFC at 9-7. Season 5, they win the Super Bowl. That's their history. They've made the playoffs the last 2 seasons. and won the Super Bowl last year. The Rooks history. Let's see, the Rooks. Oh, we're going to advance now. Hold on. Give me a sec. Nope, not importing still. Alright, I guarantee you somebody's going to be over the damn cap, but we'll find out who it is. Alright, the Rooks. Oh, hold on. Let me do this shit first. Tarver, you piece of shit. This is like the second time Tarver has shown up here. Tarver, you motherfucker. Where are you from? Oh, the fucking Centurions. Your team is ass, bro. No offense to any Centurion fans out there. Alright, we're gonna cut this guy. He's a fucking C. Why do they even have him? I don't want to cut the A's, though. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else I could cut. I could cut this fullback. They don't need him. Alright, there we go. That should do it. Guarantee there's going to be somebody else showing up, but we'll see. Alright, maybe not. Maybe. 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 Oh, it's in one game. What are you doing? Alright, it's simming. It's simming. Maybe he's the only idiot over the cap. Oh, nope. Somebody's over it. Who is it? What's his name? Wilson. Alright. Where the fuck are you, Wilson, you piece of shit? Wilson. The Indians, they're not even good. They're not even good. Alright, let's see.
We gotta wait for you, Vienna.
They're not even good, and they got a B. We can release that guy. He's not going to be a big deal. I guess we'll release this A, too. They can find other people to sign. There we go. Bye. Continue. See what we got. Of course, I know some other idiot is going to be over the cap. Who is it? Troxel. Who the fuck is Troxel? Troxel. Where's this guy named Troxel? Your team is ace. Oh, it's the Apocalypse. They're not good either. Or they haven't been good. Maybe ridding them of some shit players. This D-tackle. Bye. What else you got? They don't really have much on a one-year deal. This guy, he ain't even making that much. What a cheap quarterback. They really don't have a lot of money being thrown out. It's these guys up top. I guess we'll cut this corner. That'll save them some money. Alright. Okay, can we do this now? Don't gut us. Oh my god, who is it now? Somebody keep track of how many fucking... Charles? Alright, Charles, I've seen you before, you piece of shit. Aren't you from the Alligators or some shit? Isn't he the Alligator? No. Where the fuck is Charles? This fucking idiot. He's the Crocodile, that's right. Fucking morons that can't manage cap. Alright, first off, you're gonna go. Because it's just a tight end, and you're a one-year deal, and you cost money. So you're out. A one-year deal B. The team doesn't need you either. Alright. Oh, Charles is such an asshole. Sim. Alright, whose fault is it this time? Cox! That piece of shit again. Alright, Cox. What team do you coach? Because I don't remember. There he is. The Lurkers. I would have been better off doing this with no cap. Sorry, guys. But we'll figure it out. Alright, bye, Diggs. You're making too much money. You gotta go. So does this guy. 2 more people leaving the team. Alright, can we make it through now, please? Because you're really killing me. My patience wearing very thin. Alright, it's starting to simulate week number 1. But it could always come back in the middle of the season. Alright. Making the decision harder every time I sim a year. Don't be a front runner. Let's see. The Rooks history. Ender wanted to know. Year number 1, they made the playoffs as a 4 seed at 9-7. Year number 2, they were the 2 seed at 12-4. Year number 3, they were the 1 seed at 12-4, and they lost in the championship game. Year number 4, they made the playoffs as a 6 seed at 9-7, and last year they missed the playoffs at 8-8. So last year was the first year that they missed the playoffs. Apocalypse, War Dogs, and Out. You can only have one favorite team, Pepperjack. One favorite team, at least for the purposes of betting. You can root for other teams, but for the purposes of you winning money, you have to choose one team. One team. AFC's better than NFC. I think you can probably tell. Who says? I say. It's my series. Yeah, AFC has won 4 straight Pro Bowls, so I would say they're better. You can like 3 teams, but you just have to choose one for the purpose of if you're going to win a small chunk of change if they win the Super Bowl. I don't care if you root for more than one team, but once I have your official favorite team, that is your official favorite team, and you will win the money when they win the Super Bowl or make the playoffs. You're not betting? Well, that's what the whole series is about, Pepperjack. So, I mean, you probably shouldn't be here because you won't have any fun. Alright, we're in week 15 of year 6. I'm coming. Alright, let's see. Week number 17 being simulated. They're doing some scouting. Teach you how to bet good? Where the heck is my... Here it is. Alright, let's take a look at the standings. Of course. Ooh, Chain, best team in the league. Hello. The Centurions, for the first time, pretty sure the first time, are going to make the playoffs. They've won the division at 8-8. Comets go 8-8 and lose the division. Warhawks go 7-9, as do the Irishmen. Okay. In the South, the Talons are going to go 12-4 and win the conference. The Outlaws are back at 10-6. They'll be in the playoffs. And the Serpents are in the playoffs at 8-8. Not a great conference. The Meteors are going to go 8-8 as well. In the East, we have the Atoms getting back to the playoffs by winning the division. The Warthogs falter this year. They go 8-8. Hives go 6-10. And the Bulldogs 5-11. In the West, Alligators 10-6. Muertos. Want to say hi? Fire 7-9. Vipers 7-9.
What's up, losers? Get a life.
What a bitch. Alright. NFC North. We got the Finns at 9-7. Yo, monkey, stop jumping on my bed.
Don't say jump.
Monsters 7-9. Howlers 6-10.
That's your bed?
Phoenix 6-10 after winning the Super Bowl. In the South, the Lurkers make it at 9-7. Flames 7-9. What? Really?
She's tucking herself in.
Wasp 6-10.
Yeah.
I need the light.
This girl needs to sleep.
Then she can go to bed in her own bed.
She's sleeping.
I need the light, please. NFC East. We got the Chained 13-3. Bandits are in at 10-6, and the Apocalypse are in for the first time at 9-7. The Rooks missing the playoffs 2 years in a row. This time a game worse than last year, 7-9. The Boars in the West have won it, 9-7. Sharks also 9-7. They don't win the division or make the playoffs though. Indians also go 9-7, and Devils 6-10. Okay, let's see who won the awards. Benjamin Blanding of the Outlaws. He also wins Offensive Player of the Year. And Defensive Player of the Year is Dallin Floyd, the left outside linebacker for the Centurions. Cool. Okay. Schedule. Let's take a look. We have Talons will be the 1, Gators will be the 2, 3 Adams, 4 Centurions, 5 Outlaws, 6 Serpents. So that would put Serpents up against Adams. And that would put Outlaws up against Centurions. Okay. The 1 will be the Chained. Don't know who the hell they're going to have. Well, the 2 will be the one that's not here, which would be the Boars. Okay. Apocalypse is clearly 6. Bandits is clearly 7. So Apocalypse, 6. Bandits are clearly the 5 seed. What you got? Oh, glasses. Bandits are going to go up against the Lurkers. So the Lurkers should be 4. The Finns should be 3. Yeah, you got glasses. Okay. Talons are the 1. Alligators are the 2. And on the other side, it'll be Chained and Boars. Okay. Adams. Win. 31-28. Outlaws, Centurions. The Centurions take the Outlaws down 48-31. So the Outlaws do not make it.
She was talking herself in and then he made it like.
Apocalypse lose 31-28 to the Finns. Bandits and Lurkers. Lurkers win it 27-17. In round 2, the Centurions find themselves up against the Talons. Adams Alligators. It'll be Finns, Boars.
Oh, you're sketchy.
It'll be Lurkers, Chained.
Sketchy.
See what we got.
You're sketchy.
Talons and Centurions. It is a Talon victory, 36-15. Adams Alligators, 24-21. Adams.
You have to beat the start.
Chain Lurkers. It's going to be the Lurkers.
You keep on. That's for tomorrow.
Okay, Finns Boars. It's going to be the Finns. So 2 upsets in the NFC.
Here.
Adams and Talons in the AFC Championship. It'll be the Adams. Oh, God. Lurker. Oh, what the fuck.
You stand up and do pose.
Lurkers and Finns in the AFC.
I don't know. Let's shoot.
And it's going to be the
Ready?
Finns.
Why is my phone so foggy?
So it will be the Adams and the Finns for the Super Bowl. Pro Bowl. Let's see who wins it. It is the AFC for the 5th straight time. 34-23 this time. All right, Finns Adams. Let's get some predictions, guys. Predictions for Finns Adams. 2 9-7 teams in the Super Bowl.
No, not this again. You wanted to sleep with mommy. We had to all get up early. Because we went shopping tonight. Come on.
All right, here we go. Finn's Adams. It is gonna be the Adams, 24-16. The Allentown Adams with a Super Bowl victory in season number 6. Okay, we're advancing to owner mode off season now. This is where Alpo says that I can take some teams off, which is what I want to do. Let me see. Alright, Alpo, what do I have to do? What do I do here, Alpo? Aha! Change teams. Alright, who's the worst team in the league? That's who I'm going to use. The Indians have been pretty shitty. Centurions have been decently enough bad. I'm going to take the Indians. Okay. Yes. There we go. Now I won't have to worry about it as much. Use a team with the most cap. Look, if I have to fix the cap for one team every time, I won't mind. I just don't want to do it for 30 teams. You're a little confused why I need recruits. I'm putting the recruits in NCAA 12. This is Madden 12. Does that make it any more clear? Okay. Yeah, but during their careers, we're going to be betting on them. So we'll actually be paying attention to their careers. I'm not just going to... It's not going to be a fast sim right through the season. We're going to be slowly simming through the NCAA series and looking at how everyone is growing. And then we'll move them over here. Rigo, it was the Crocodiles, Comets, Sharks, Warthogs, Phoenix, Adams. Those are the 6 teams that have won Super Bowls so far. Yes, fantasy teams will be a draft in Discord. Okay. Advance. No, still not yet. I did. One more? Huh? Why this thing's being so difficult? Local curling league, nice. Yes, like legit fantasy football league. Okay, we are getting through season 7.
Chat goes up, right?
What are you looking for? It's not chat. What are you working on there? Alright. We're in week number 10, okay. I may do 1 or 2 more seasons tonight before I end this. Alright. Sub, subscribe, tool, crown, Chinese, nine.
Why are you saying random shit?
Who's saying random shit? Me? She said that. What are you talking about?
I didn't know what you were saying. Apparently Mila sounds like me.
What's that, losers? Like, damn, what a bitch. Okay, we've made it to the sim of season 7. Let's take a look. What do we got? AFC North, the Irishmen take the cake there at 10-6. Comets go 8-8. The Warhawks and Centurions both go 7-9. Moving to the South, the Serpents win the South at 13-3. The Outlaws make it to the playoffs at 10-6. Talons 8-8. And Meteors 7-9. Moving on, AFC East. The Adams make the division winner at 8-8. Hives and Bulldogs 7-9. And the Warthogs have fallen from grace after their Super Bowl win. They go 3-13 now. One of the worst teams in the league. Vipers win the division at 10-6. The Muertos make the playoffs 9-7. The Gators go 7-9. And the Hellfire 6-10. Moving on, NFC North. Finns get the division 9-7. Monsters miss the playoffs at 9-7. Howlers 8-8. Phoenix, also another team falling from grace after a Super Bowl win, 7-9. NFC South, Lurkers win that division at 10-6. The Flames will be in the playoffs at 10-6. The Crocodiles are going to go 8-8, and the Wasps 7-9. To the East, the Rooks get back on top of the East at 12-4. The Chained will make the playoffs once again at 10-6. Apocalypse 5-11. And the Bandits, one of the worst teams in the league, at 3-13. In the West, the Boars take it at 12-4. Sharks go 9-7. Indians 7-9. And the Devils, one of the worst teams thus far, 3-13. Okay, looking at yearly awards. MVP is on the Centurions, a team that didn't even make the playoffs. Of course, he wins Offensive Player. Okay. Anthony Beasley, right outside linebacker of the Rooks, wins Defensive Player of the Year. Schedule. It will be Serpents as a 1, Vipers as a 2, Irishmen as a 3, Adams as a 4, Outlaws as a 5, Muertos as a 6. So it'll be Muertos, Irishmen, it'll be Outlaws, Adams. Okay, we're going to have number 1 and 2 will be Brooks and Boars. So 3 would be Lurkers, 4 would be Finns. Finns are going to take on the Chained, so it'll be 5. Lurkers are taking on the Flames, so there'll be 6. Alright, let's see. Muertos or Irishmen? Muertos in overtime are going to take the upset. They should be taking on the Serpents. We'll see. Outlaws and Adams. 24-20 Outlaws. Another slight upset. Flames Lurkers. It is the Flames as the 6th seed over the Lurkers. Are all the low seeds going to win with the Chained? And it is going to happen. The Chained beat the Fins. So we move on. The Muertos are going to take on the Serpents. The Outlaws will take on the Vipers. Okay, the Flames, as the 6th seed, are going to take on the number 1 seeded Rooks. Number 2 seeded Boars will face the 5 seeded Chained. Let's see what happens. Muertos will beat the Serpents. Upsets going on. But the Muertos will be in the AFC Championship game. And they'll take on the Outlaws. Both wild cards. Outlaws are going to have a home championship game. Flames Rooks. It is the Rooks, 23-13. The Rooks will host the NFC Championship game against either the Chained or the Boars. And it's the Chained with an upset. A lot of upsets in this playoffs. Okay. So the number 5 Outlaws and the number 6 Muertos. It is the Outlaws, 31-13. So the Outlaws will be in Super Bowl 7. Chained and Rooks. It's going to be the Rooks taking down the Chain 52-31. So we are going to have a Rooks Outlaws Super Bowl. The NFC finally back on top in the Pro Bowl, 42-28. Can they follow suit with a Super Bowl win? It will either be the Rooks or the Outlaws. No, the Outlaws never won. The Outlaws didn't win. They lost to the Phoenix. So they do have a chance. They are now 2-time AFC champions. They will have a chance to win their first Super Bowl. What's up, Roberto? Alright, here we go. It is the Rooks in overtime. And the Rooks are going to get a Super Bowl. Rooks get a Super Bowl. we're gonna take it through season 8, and then I'm probably gonna hang it up. So it's gonna be exciting. And do some other things before bedtime. Playing Pokemon. Alright, here we go. Let's get through this one. Would have been 7 seasons simulated today, which is quite an accomplishment, if I do say so myself. Yo, what's up, Lone? You can recognize the game off your left butt cheek? Nice. Okay. Alone. Get yourself in the Discord then. Be a part of it, my dude. Also, Lone, go to my last video, the one that says new series, be a part of it from the get-go or something like that, and go put in a prospect for NCAA 12, because he's going to come over into this game. We hope. At least. Yeah, NCAA 12, you know, exports to Madden 12. from 3 months ago. Alpo, I know you're playing Pokemon. Alpo beat me to it. You still play 12? Well, you'll love the series, man. You're gonna love it. We're gonna bet on NCAA 12 and Madden 12. Not real money, Monopoly money. Actually, FGFL money. Okay. Of course the Indians went 2-14. Alright, let's check it out. Here we go. Ooh, the Chain, best team in the league. I might actually pick the Chain, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, Irishmen. Go 10-6, win the division. Comets make the playoffs for the first time in a little while. Warhawks 8-8. Centurions go 7-9. Looking at the South, Serpents 13-3. Talons 10-6. They'll make the playoffs. Outlaws 7-9. Sorry, Outlaws. Meteors 6-10. In the East, the Hives, for the very first time, are going to make the playoffs. Adams, 9-7. Warthogs, 8-8. Bulldogs, 4-12. In the West, the Muertos, 12-4. Real nice. The Alligators go 10-6 and don't make the playoffs. Vipers go 8-8. And the Hellfire go 4-12. The NFC North. Howlers at 11-5. Finns at 8-8. Monsters go 6-10. And the Phoenix go 3-13. In the South, the Flames are going to make it at 9-7. So are the Lurkers at 9-7. Crocs go 8-8. Wasps go 8-8. In the East, the Chained go 14-2. The Rooks, coming off their Super Bowl win, they go 10-6. They'll be in the playoffs. The Apocalypse go 6-10. And the Bandits 5-11. Oops, my bad. The West, the Boars will win it again. The Boars have dominated out West. 9-7. Sharks, 8-8. Devils, 4-12. And the Indians, just dreadful, 2-14. All right. Yearly awards. Ashton Riggs, quarterback. Of the Serpents, wins MVP. Of course, he's going to win Offensive Player of the Year also. And Brennan Sullivan, right outside linebacker of the Hellfire, wins Defensive Player of the Year. Alright, let's try and figure out the seedings. Serpents will obviously be 1, Meteors will be 2. I don't know whether the Irishmen or the Hives are 3, 4, and I don't know whether the Comets or Talons are 5, 6. So, I'll wait. The Chained will be 1. Howlers 2. I don't know what they'll be, but I know the Rooks are going to end up being 5, and the Lurkers 6. So, Rooks are 5. Lurkers are 6. Lurkers are going to play Flames, so they'll be the 3. Boars will then be the 4. That's about all I know. I know Talons are going to play the Irishmen, so I'm going to put it this way. And Comets, Hives. Alright, let's see. Talons and Irishmen. It is the Irishmen, 34-20. Okay, Comets and Hives. The Comets are going to get it 24-17. Let's see, Lurkers, Flames. It's going to be Flames, 27-16. And then Rooks, Boars. It's going to be the Boars by a 6-0 score. What a game. Alright, so moving on. Obviously, Serpents are 1. Muertos are 2. Taking on the Serpents are the Comets. Taking on the Muertos are the Irishmen. Okay, number 1 is the Chained. Number 2 is the Howlers. Taking on the Chained is going to be the number 4 Boars. Taking on the Howlers is going to be the number 3 Flames. Here we go. Comets, Serpents. The Serpents destroy them, 52-31. Okay. Irishmen, Muertos. It'll be the Irishmen in an upset. So it'll be Irishmen, Serpents for the AFC Championship. Boars and Chained. It's going to be the Chained, 24-21. So the Chained will host the NFC Championship game against the Howlers. I believe this is the Howlers' first time in the playoffs. And now they might make it to a Super Bowl. Let's see, Serpents, Irishmen. It's going to be Irishmen, 23-10. So the Irishmen are in the Super Bowl. Alright, Howlers and Chained. It's the Howlers with the upset, and they will be in the Super Bowl. So a 3 seed and a 2 seed in the Super Bowl. Let's see the Pro Bowl. The NFC on top again. I will recap the league history after this season, before I end this. Super Bowl. The Irishman with a 14-0 Super Bowl win. The Irishman over the Howlers. Alright. I'm going to get this in a position which will be the preseason. I will save it. Lone, talk to me on Discord after the stream, man. I'll give you the info on what's going on with this. So now we've made it through 8 seasons, a nice even number. I will advance to the preseason while I recap the history. Okay, so history so far of the league. Year number 1 was Crocodiles over Vipers, 37-30. Year 2 was Comets over Chained, 27-20. Year 3 was Sharks over Warthogs, 20-13. Year 4 was Warthogs over Finns, 31-26. Year 5 was Phoenix over Outlaws, 48-30. Year 6 was Adams over Finns, 24-16. Year 7 was Rooks over Outlaws, 16-13 in overtime. And Year 8, which was the Super Bowl you just saw, 14-0 Irishman over. It is, let me see, it is 3-5 in favor of the AFC. So the AFC's won 5 Pro Bowls, the NFC's won 3. As far as Super Bowls, it is 4-4. 4 AFC Super Bowls, 4 NFC Super Bowls. So that is how that has gone down. Basically, anyone who isn't familiar or still isn't sure on how the series works, I am going to work on drafting up basically what's going to happen and putting that in Discord. Also, like I said, DM me on Discord your favorite team. Once I get your favorite team, you cannot change your favorite team. I don't care how many teams you root for. You can always have a rooting interest if you'd like to, but you can only have one absolute favorite team because it will affect money that you will get. Alright. Now we're going to save it. Save the franchise. Yeah. Okay. That should have saved, right? I don't trust it. I don't trust these things for some reason. Okay. Okay. That is it. Because now I need the light to be off. So, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to continue some behind the scenes things. Maybe I'll see some of you guys on Discord. Anyways, I appreciate you all coming out of the stream. Don't forget to hit a like on your way out. Thank you all. See you later.